Welcome to Profit Channels. This is my disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor and I don't give financial advice. Please consider this video entertainment. Today I'm going to talk about BCE. Be careful, there's a New York Stock Exchange, BCE, and a Toronto Stock Exchange. 5.43% dividend yield. If we come down here, we've got some quarterly net income. They are a communications services in Canada company. And we've got some positive quarterly cash flow, a little bit of short-term debt, but long-term is reasonable. We've got 20 analysts, the neutral forecast, 6 strong buy, 9 hold, 2 sell, 3 strong sell. So anywhere from -6% to plus 34%. If we look at the net income, we've got real steady quarterly revenue. If we jump down to the net income, we had this bad Q3 2024, but it's been looking good since then. On the statistics, we have actually increasing quarterly shares outstanding, which I don't prefer, but our price to earnings ratio is pretty low for the last 4 quarters. It has been lower. Price to sales is looking real cheap. Price to cash flow is also looking very inexpensive, and price to book is also historically inexpensive, so that is good. If we look at return on assets, they've been increasing the last few quarters. It's been higher, but they're increasing. Same with return on equity and return on capital. And our net margin has gone from -19% to now we're up around 10-11%. So that all is looking pretty good. If I take BCE divided by the S&P 500, this is a weekly. This may be a channel that, kind of making this up, but we are historically low. And if I back this out to a monthly, we've never been this low or this far below the moving averages. So this is prime to make a comeback versus the S&P 500. So here we are on a monthly scale, just BCE, and we've got points of control above us. We've got some action in here and point of control below us. On the weekly, points of control here, up here around 33. So this is the 32, the high end of the forecast. And then a point of control up here. Jump down to the daily. All of our points of control were just right on it, other than the short-term one below us. That was some nice gaps above us. This is a nice gap versus the high end of the analyst projections. And that's around 32. And if we go to the weekly, we've got this high volume right here around 32. So that would be a nice long-term goal with this weekly gap. I'm going to shut off these volume profiles, go to the monthly, and I would say we're moving in a channel like this. It's got a pretty good midpoint line, and we're bouncing off the bottom of it. If I come into the weekly, we are moving in a channel like this, and we've really gotten down. Now we're kind of cutting across sideways. Let's jump into the daily, and we could say we're moving in this channel like this. and our price would be up here somewhere. We're looking to get to, or it could be in a channel like this, where we're bouncing off this midpoint line and trying to go up here around mid-20s. Let's bring in volume profile. So yeah, we do have a little bit of a bump in the volume profile right there. Let's see. But I think this channel is really the one we're in. All right. So now let's look at our moving average ribbons. Get out here to the monthly and drop off this volume profile. Okay. So we are historically stretched from the 200, the screen line. Never been there. This is the new record, so that's real bullish for me. This is a very bearish monthly candle. On the weekly, we are now even bouncing off the 50 all the way down and have not broken it. And broken it and really stayed over it. So this is looking pretty bearish. And on the daily, now we've got all our moving averages gathered up. And whenever I see this, it's like, okay, we're due for a breakout up or down. And I think we're due for a break up. Here on the daily, so yeah, we are just fighting with the 50, the 100 and the 200. We are below the 50, but we finally have some positive candles here. We have just starting to break this trend line, which is positive. If I look at our other, let's do the Fibonacci's. So if I do a retracement here from the bottom to this top, we were bouncing off the 0.5. These are pretty good lines. I like the 5, 618. We're bouncing off this 0.5. If I do a longer term, let's hit the weekly. So I'm doing the fib retracement from this bottom to this top. And right now we're at the 168. The 1 is real strong. Here's the 618. A lot of touches. This is real good. So this makes me think this has been the bottom. And I mean, we could almost have a head and shoulders here forming. But maybe not. We'll see. All right. So let's do an extension back to the daily. So this is a fib extension from this recent bottom to the top to this bottom right here. This 382 line looks good. This 618. This 1272. So, I mean, these are real good lines. If I close that, now let's do a longer term extension. So we got to go monthly. Okay, yeah, we're doing the full. Okay, so here's an extension from this bottom here in 2008 to the top up here in 2022. back down here to this current bottom, and we get these beautiful lines right here. This 382 is real pretty. The 0.5, the 618, and then we're up here at the 786. I mean, these lines all make me think we're at a bottom. If I go to our parabolic SAR and super trend on the monthly, it's bullish. RSI is trying to break out. MACD is trying to break up. Both are super oversold, and our stochastic is just starting to turn up. On the weekly, now we've come from, still bearish up here, but we've come from an oversold area, and we're moving up on the RSI, but just currently down. Same thing with the MACD. We were trending up with a downward slope at the end, and our stochastic is down. And then finally we go to the daily. I think this is where it gets more positive. We're getting ready to cross over to the upside on our RSI, the MACD, and the stochastic's getting ready to go up. And then on the 2 hour, now everything is bullish. So this is a good spot, I think, for BCE. Again, I look at this on the daily and get rid of some of this crap. Here's what I'm looking for. I'm looking to at least get to this midpoint line or make it all the way to the top. But we do have kind of a interesting trend line forming right here. So we'll see if we can come up and meet that line. Finally, here is our RSI Bollinger Band strategy on the monthly, and we've got this positive signal right here. We're trying to get up out of our bottom outside of our Bollinger Band. Money flow index is up. Squeeze momentum is becoming less bearish. And ADX is heading down, so the downward trend is breaking. On the weekly, we've got money flow index is pretty neutral. We're back inside our Bollinger Band on the underside. Our squeeze momentum is becoming less bullish, and ADX is seeing no trend. Finally, to the day, we are squeezing in on our Bollinger Band, which usually signals we're going to have a move. Money flow index is slightly moving up from a pretty low area. ADX is pretty neutral, and squeeze momentum is becoming less bearish. And if I jump into the 2 hour, it's for giggles. We're really at the bottom of this Bollinger Band. We got an upward trend in money flow, even though currently a wee bit down. Squeeze momentum is very neutral, and ADX is saying no trend. But this is the channel I like. I like right here. I just took a little position right there. But, this is entertainment. Don't do what I do just because I'm doing it. Monkey see, monkey do. All right. If you like it, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll talk to you later.